This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
All right, this is an interesting story, and I wanted to pull it out because I talked a little bit about it with Manny, but some of you may not have been listening. But this is, everybody thinks that John Ruiz is some kind of renegade, and he's the only one dishing out money, and maybe you don't follow it, but the Alabama quarterback's making like $1 million or something close to that. Hey, listen. And I have nothing against it. We got the Cavender twins here at the University of Miami. Those young ladies are approaching $2 million already in endorsements. In fact, they were just doing something really cool for a high school where they held a basketball camp and also provided equipment for the high school girls and their season and all that stuff, which is really, really cool on behalf of the Cavender twins and their sponsors. And so the money is flowing in, and God bless these student athletes. They're taking advantage of it. On the male side, I'm not going to say on the female side, because I think on the female side, come on, man, in general, the women are a hell of a lot more responsible than we are, right? They're a hell of a lot more mature than we are. So I would venture to say, okay, women in athletics take their studying and their degrees a little more serious than the guys in general, okay? I'm not saying every guy, but, a lot of these football players aren't necessarily going for a degree. They're not really thinking about being a veterinarian or a lawyer or whatever it is, business or hospitality or something. They're not thinking of any of that. They're thinking of playing in the league, and that's it. And they all think they're going to make it in the league. So this money that's floating around, God bless them all. I don't care what school they play for. Good for them. They get one go around in this life. Take advantage of it. If you can take care of your family, then you do it. Okay? Then you do it. So, Texas Tech, in the name of image and likeness, a group of donors, boosters, and alumni pooled resources to offer local athletes NIL deals. Reportedly, they're slated to offer a gargantuan deal to its football players. Virtually each Red Raider will receive a deal for $25,000, according to the Lubbock Avalanche Journal. As their NIL activity, athletes will engage in charity and community services. Now, other collectives have been rumored to offer $1 million deals to one particular athlete or another. The Texas Tech group, called the Matador Club, is spreading $2.5 million across the team. The Matador Club is run by private donors who contribute anywhere from small amounts to major checks. The group has focused on football, will next offer funds to basketball players and baseball players. Since last year, dozens of collectives have popped up from Oregon to LSU. Collectives have been accused of offering veiled pay for play to athletes and getting involved in recruiting wars. While the NCAA has tried to publish guidance and curtailing this activity, it hasn't really slowed down any collectives yet. Most of the collectives, however, are less powerful than headlines suggest, experts have told Front Office Sports. All right, so now you've got Texas Tech pooling together $25,000 for each athlete. That's actually pretty cool, because we know the stars are going to make the money. But it's nice to see some of the other guys and role players and backups also getting a little extra money. Probably those backups are probably focused more on their degrees, because the backups probably know they're not going anywhere and they're just kind of playing football. And this is the highest point that they're ever going to get to in their athletic careers, which is an incredible accomplishment, by the way. If you play for Texas Tech, you were a hell of a football player. If you got to play in Division I, good for you. But it's a short time. It's a short life. And you might as well take advantage as much as you can. That $25,000 might get you a new car, might pay some of your bills, whatever it is. Maybe you can save some of it for the future. Hell, maybe you can get a little Bitcoin with some of that money. Be smart. I know if I was one of those students, you get $25,000, put at least $5 in a Bitcoin, leave it and let it sit there. And in a few years from then, you'll have a heck of a lot more money and you'll be really happy that you did that. I'm just saying. But Texas Tech, interesting concept. I know that UM did it at a lower level for each kid, but this one is pretty cool. 25,000. That's impressive. That is your KSDT CPA Sports Business Report.
This